everyone. My name is Brianna Flonk, and I'm a pest survey specialist for the USDA APHIS PPQ field operations.
And my name is Emma Perez. I'm a plant health safeguarding specialist for the Citrus Health Response Program.
And this video is part of a series of videos introducing you to the IPHIS data collector application. I encourage you all to watch all of the training videos we have at least once to gain a broader understanding of the application as a whole, and then to use as reference for the future.
In this video, we will cover field data collection for sample.
If you would like to follow along with the sample data entry in the user guide, navigate to the Mobile Data Collection Tools website, click on General Training Documents, select IPHIS, and then select the IDC Mobile Application User Guide. Directions for entering sample data can be found on page 17 of the user guide. On page 26 of the user guide, there's also a helpful graphic that shows how the IDC application is organized. Initially, the data is organized and stored by office, assignment, and workbook. The field data is then organized by location, then site, then activity, then sample. In the previous video, we demonstrated how to enter an activity, and now we are going to enter data for a sample in case a sample was collected. In this example, you can see the location is the orchard as a whole, and the GPS coordinate for the location would be recorded at the access point or parking area. There are two sites that are recorded in the location. There's a visual survey site, which means the tree was inspected, and there's also a trap site where a trap was put up and monitored. For every single visit for a visual survey or trap monitoring event, you would have to record an activity. The activity will have a date attached to it, which makes it very useful for the data managers and also for you to help keep track of where you've been and when you've been there. You might not find a specimen when you are performing the activity. If you do a visual inspection, you might not find the pest that you're looking for. If you're doing a trap survey, there also might be an empty trap. If there is a specimen, though, on the trap, you would need to record this as a sample under the activity for that date. In this example, a European cherry fruit fly specimen was found on a yellow sticky trap on June 29th. So the activity was done on June 29th, and under that activity, you would record a sample for the ECFF specimen. Now I'll show you how to enter samples into the IDC application under activities. I'm going to say that I collected a sample during this activity since I was monitoring the trap. The collection number should be something that will be specific to this one-time event. So you would probably want to put the date. If you only have one trap in this county, you could just put an abbreviation for the county and then trap 1. And you can tell there wouldn't be any other collection numbers that are duplicates to this unless you have another trap in Bailey County that you collect on the same day at a different location and also at trap 1. For the type of sample, you'll want to click insect in this case. Now you have field ID and chain of custody. It looks like all you have to do is check one of the two, but actually when you click field ID, it opens up more options. Same with chain of custody. Most of the time we don't use chain of custody though, we only use field ID. And as long as you have it unchecked, you don't have to fill out those required fields. So diagnostic status, in my program, I'm told to put pending or negative, especially if it's an insect that's super small that you're not going to be able to tell whether or not it is there. And in this case, psyllids are super tiny, so we're just going to say that this sample is just all of the contents from the sticky trap. Pest is going to be Triosa eritreae. Now, specimen amount, since I'm saying that I took all of the contents from the trap, maybe I saw 5 potential psyllids. I'm going to say there were 5 potential, and there's a lot of specimen units you could choose from, but usually it's pests in trap. You can also just choose sample. That's one other specimen unit that's pretty good if you're not sure which one to choose. You can just hit sample, but I'm going to say pests in trap. Life stage, I'm going to say they were adults. Now, determination date, you don't have to worry about that either unless you're told that you do. Usually this is all that I would put. I would keep the diagnostic status at pending or negative, and even if they did find it, I probably wouldn't be the one to change the diagnostic status. Being a surveyor, I would wait for someone else who's making the final decision. After you enter the sample information for that activity of monitoring the trap, you hit save at the bottom. You get a message that says your changes have saved. If you click on the lower left side and click location, you'll go back to the location and you can go and make sure everything is entered correctly. It's really important that you make sure everything is entered correctly at this stage, because once your data is uploaded to the IPHIS database, you're not going to be able to edit anything in the app. Every change will have to be made within the IPHIS database. It's a little bit harder to keep track of and see once it's already uploaded. So you definitely want to make sure all your data is correct.